Alright, welcome to this week's episode of the Body+beyond show. I just finished a workout, so excuse the way I look. It's been a bit of a busy week this week, so I haven't had much chance to film much for this week's episode. So this is literally going to be it. So it might be a bit of a short episode. It's going to be me talking to you. If you hate that kind of thing, you might want to turn off now. What I wanted to talk about was something that I know a lot of people struggle with, something I particularly struggle with, and that is sticking to the plan and sticking to like a nutrition plan or a program, and ultimately seeing results that you want. And it's nothing to do with not knowing what to do. Like, I know what to do, most people know what to do, and I can tell you now, if you don't, in the simplest form, all you have to do is be more active and stick to your nutrition, like in terms of your calories, trying to eat a little bit better, that sort of thing. If you do that, you pretty much will see results. The problem comes in with actually doing it. So first getting started and actually getting on with it, and then when you do that, sticking to the plan and not falling off the wagon. Now, I'm not someone who constantly falls off the wagon, but what I do have a problem with is being consistent. So with training I'm fine, but when it comes to nutrition, like most people, I'll be good pretty much throughout the week, but I'll have one or two bad days. And I don't mean like the whole day is just junk food, but like I'll have one or two bad days where I overeat a little bit, and ultimately that stalls my progress. When I say stalls my progress, what I mean is it limits the results I see. I find that's the case with a lot of members we coach, so the guys me and Sadie help, and also with most people. So with some people it's a lot worse, like, you know, they just stop seeing results altogether because of their bad days or their like lack of consistency, and some people they just limit, they don't see that much change over a big period of time, or the results aren't fast enough. So everyone's gonna have a slightly different reason why you can't stick to the program or you can't stick to your plan. I'm gonna talk about more why I can't do it, and hopefully you'll be able to relate to that. And I'll also talk about how you can overcome these things as well. So what happens with me, like I already said, is I'll eat pretty well throughout the week, and then I'll have one or two days where I might go out to eat, or I go to someone's house, or like I'm having just a day where I don't want to kind of I fancy certain types of food and I overeat. How do you stop this? How do you stop this cycle from happening week in, week out? And ultimately, how do you see better results? Well, what happens with me is I'm the worst at sticking to the nutrition plan when I don't really have a clear reason of why I'm doing it. So if I set a goal of I want to get bigger without putting on fat, or I want to lose weight and look in shape for something, I have to have a strong reason why I'm doing it. Otherwise I tend to fall off the wagon pretty easily. So what I always do is try to set a clear goal, have a really important reason why I'm doing it. So if I set the goal of I want to lose weight, why? Right now, I'm trying to get in shape for a holiday, so I have a clear incentive of why I'm doing it. I want to look good on the beach, I want to feel good about myself, and I want to be able to basically take my top off without worrying about what people might think of me, or, you know, having my girlfriend think, oh, this guy is not looking nice. Yeah, that's a pretty good enough reason for me to stick to my goals, but sometimes I do still struggle to fall off. So with your case, what you need to do is, rather than saying I want to lose weight, think about why you want to lose weight. Think about what it will do for your life and how it will change your body and how it will make you feel. Now, most people struggle to think about their why, and even when I ask members to think about why they want to do it, I usually get generic answers. So I keep asking, why do you want to do this, until I get to the real reason. And usually the real reason why is pretty painful for them. I mean, most people end up crying when they talk about it. This is why you might avoid thinking about your why, because it's hurtful, it's painful. But because it's so hurtful and because it's so meaningful, it will help you really want to do this. So dig deep, think about it. It might be that you want to look great for your husband, so you don't, like, you know, so you can be intimate with them again. It might be so that you save your relationship. It might be so that you feel like a role model to your kids and not just some slob who can't play with them. Whatever it is, think deep, think hard, and make sure it means something to you. that usually helps me, and that kind of makes me more on it to achieve the things that I've set out to achieve. Even then, when I have a really strong reason why, I still struggle to do what I should be. And in my case, what it comes down to is believing my own bullshit. So when I'm out with my girlfriend and she's ordered something that I don't need to touch or don't need to share with her, I'll still pick at it. And it's because I tell myself, oh, it's okay, you know, you can burn it off tomorrow, or you can go a bit lower in your calories tomorrow, or it might be just that, you know, you deserve it, or something. Just some excuse, one way or another. I might think of a reason why I should be eating that food. What I should be thinking about is every reason why I shouldn't be eating that type of food. I set myself up for failure because I give myself excuses. So if I didn't give myself the option, if I just said, nope, you're trying to achieve something, and I gave myself every single reason to build myself up and give myself confidence to do something I should, then it'll be a lot easier to do it. But instead, I make excuses, I think of reasons why I should be bad, and then I make it easier to fail. So I need to be harder on myself, I need to be stricter on myself, and that's what most people could be doing as well. You know, stop making excuses, just be a bit tougher on yourself. And then it's easy to be tough on yourself when you think about your why as well. So go back to that point and, you know, really focus on that. The last place I feel like I personally go wrong, and I find a lot of people go wrong, is when they're scared of trying. So what I mean by that is when you're scared of actually succeeding, so you set yourself up for failure and you sabotage your own success. So let's just say I gave you every single thing you needed to succeed. I gave you the training plan, I gave you the nutrition plan, all you have to do is stick to it. What I find is a lot of people, including myself, will do something to alter it, to make it more complicated, to kind of unsimplify the process, just so they have an excuse of why they failed. Yeah? So it could be, oh, I'm just weak and I can't stick to my diet. It could be that I was busy this day and, you know, I didn't get into the gym and that's why I failed. They'll set themselves up, and I set myself up for failure, so I have an excuse for a reason why I failed, and it's not my fault. It's not that I'm just shit. It's that external thing was the reason why I got held in my tracks. The reality is, if I did everything I should have, I would succeed. If I didn't make up excuses, I would succeed. But I'm scared that even if I do try and I do everything I should be, I still might fail and I still might not achieve what I should be. And then I'm the only one to blame then. And that really is something that I struggle with, and I find a lot of people struggle with. But what you and me both need to do is we have to be brave. We have to come back to our reason why, think about what we're trying to achieve, what we want to do, and then go out and get it. And we can't let fear stop us. When we do everything we should be, and we don't make up excuses, and we don't let our mind play games on us, we are unstoppable. That's the pep talk for myself and for you done. I hope you found it useful and you related to what I was saying. I know I spoke about myself a lot, but I hope you can kind of understand where I'm coming from, and I kind of touched on things that you might be going through too, and you found it helpful. Sorry if I rambled a bit, but yeah. If you need help with anything, feel free to drop me an email with a question or whatever it might be, and I'll try my best to help you out. Otherwise, I will see you next time, and let me know what you thought in the comments below. Take care.